Yeah, who dat?
What's up, everybody? It is me, Who Dat Pat, and yes, I am coming from the luxury of my home here doing this intro. Now, there's a reason behind that. One is because either the thumbnail caught your attention, or two, you're a subscriber of me. But if you're not, you know what you got to do right there, right off the top. All right, there's a reason why I'm starting my intro right here in my house. Well, we went to the Laurel Plantation out in Vacherie, Louisiana. By the way, the plantation over there is absolutely beautiful. Man, it was just gorgeous. It really was. But there's a reason why I'm doing this right here. And that's because no videotaping was allowed actually on the premises itself. So when I arrived there, I had went up and paid. And I asked the gentleman that if I can actually videotape. Now, let me take this. I knew I probably wouldn't be able to videotape inside the house, but the gentleman says, no, you're not allowed to videotape anywhere on the grounds. I was kind of like, man, well, this changed the whole game plan for me. I'm not going to lie to you. This changed the entire game plan. I had my wife with me. I had my mother-in-law. I had my oldest nephew and my daughter with me. My wife says, well, what you going to do now? I said, well, I'm going to have to take pictures and basically kind of go with it. And I'm going to kind of put it in music and a few things here. But yeah. Oh, and another thing is you're not allowed to bring backpacks into the facility also. So I was kind of like, well, yeah, that was another thing I had to do. So you can't carry any backpacks. So if you remember this, if you go to the Laurel Plantation, if you're a YouTuber and you're thinking about doing this and you're watching my video, or if you're just visiting the area, make sure that you do not vlog in the inside, nor videotape, nor bring a backpack, because it's not allowed on the premises. Now, pictures, you could snap away as many as you want. You could take as many as you like inside the facility. Now, when we went to the facility and we took the tour guide, our tour guide, by the way, was she was a sweetheart. She did a wonderful job. She gave the story so well. And the story basically kind of went around the whole plantation and of course, you know, and how it all became about and who was actually on it. And of course, there were slaves and stuff like that. The house was very old. It was dated way back in, I think, 1700s. You could see in some pictures here. But I kind of want to point out some things. As I'm kind of talking, I'm going to put some pictures in motion if I can remember. If I can kind of remember as I'm vlogging here and doing the same thing here. So let's kind of go into it. So as you can see this picture right here, this picture that you're seeing is basically the entrance when you first come through the gift shop. This is basically where you would stand here and wait for your tour guide to get the group. Now, the group that we had was fairly large. I mean, we had gosh, I want to say like 20 or so people in the group here. And it kind of go through the whole routine of what you can do, what you can't do. And so, yeah. So after this, they kind of take you down this pathway and it's going straight to the main entrance of the beautiful Laurel Plantation. Now, as you can see here in the Laurel Plantation, this house is very beautiful. They kept it up very nice. If you're looking at the colors on the outside of it, we were told that this is the original colors of the facility, of the plantation. So I was really kind of like, wow, all right, that's pretty nice. I mean, you know, all on the outside here. So they start you off down in the basement. As you can see, we're going down to the basement a little bit. And they kind of give you the presentation of who the people were and how it all came about here. And I cannot remember the names. Oh my gosh, please don't hold me to the storyline, because I am not one of the tour guides here. I'm only going by what I remember. But I kind of want to point out something. As we were going through the tour, I learned something new from all the plantations. And I really kind of learned something new from them. And each one I learned something different. And this one, I did not know this. As you can see, take a look at these pictures here. Look at this. You can see some Roman numerals basically into the wood. Now, I never noticed this on the other ones, maybe because I haven't went underneath, but if you notice, there's Roman numerals stamped into the wood. Now, the wood is basically, that's how they know how to build it, because the house was actually built by slaves. So basically, they put the Roman numerals on there, and it tells them basically how many beams they actually have to go wide on there. So that was like, wow, I did not know that. So yeah, that was something new for me to also learn. All right, so after this, they'll take us outside a little bit more and look at the cobblestone around the brick of the home on the outside. It is still the original, still there. I was pretty impressed by that, the actual brick around the side of it here. So they bring us upstairs. We go inside the house, and you're probably wondering, do they have ghosts? Yeah, well, the ghost part, I did not get to answer on that, because really that was not the main reason why we visited the home. This mirror right here, as you see, there was a part of it because our tour guide did ask us who believes in ghosts. And of course, my hand went sky high when it came to it. And it wasn't maybe one other person besides me out of the whole entire group. But I don't think there was much behind it. I think it was just more of a tale that they kind of told. But I was reading up online, and I think there is something. Of course, all plantations probably do have some type of history of paranormal inside during this time frame here. So after this, they kind of take us around a little bit more inside the homes here. But I kind of want to, another reason I want to point this out before I actually get into the next deal. If you notice if you notice some parts of the wall, they look charred a little bit. You look like they burnt. Well, yeah, the actual plantation did catch fire back in 2004, I believe. And it was caused from electrical fire, they told us. And it kind of burnt some of the plantation. And you could see here in the back of it, yeah, they got it boarded up in the back. Yeah, that was part of added on to the plantation in the back there. The I guess you could say the beams were still on the ground, but they did not add it back. It was burnt completely, from my understanding, and I was ashamed to hear about that, but things do happen. I'm glad they can save the entire house here. After they showed us this part, we went through the gardens, and as you notice, look in the gardens here. Look at the bottles that they actually made, the outline of the plants. I thought that was really neat. I never saw that before in any other type of plantation homes I visit. The plants were all full. They had a nice garden growing right there to kind of show you what the slaves actually grew back in that time frame there. Also, there was, when we went all the way in the back, all the slave cabins in the back, it was very heartbroken to see how they actually used to live there. And those cabins that you see are very old. I mean, even in the house, you could, when you walk in all over, you can hear the floors creaking. And yeah, so when we went inside the slave cabin, basically, they give you a little story of how many people were there and who was the most popular one. And the names are actually on the wall here and how much they sold them for. Very sad. Like I said, it was very touching to see that. Again, I enjoyed, the whole entire tour here. All right, so I have to finish the outside here because I had my lovely dog in the inside and she was cutting up. So I'm outside kind of finishing up the film here. But anyway, like I said, when we went to the slave cabin, it was very heartbroken to see that. And we were, saddened to see that they had to live through those times there. But anyway, all right, everybody, I am basically going to put a little segment here before I do my exit video there. But take a look at this video and I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. is the video. I hope you enjoy the pictures on there. And my dog is running around. You can hear her running. But look, we enjoyed it. We had a great time. This was the very first for me to do a video like this. I never done something like this before, other than vlogging basically there while I'm doing it and kind of editing, which I'm kind of doing the same thing now. But yeah, we'll definitely have more adventures coming your way, and I'm sorry I didn't get to post the videos that, you know, if I could, but I do respect their property, and we're not going to go in there and disrespect anyone when it comes to that. But all right, everybody, this Who Dat. We'll catch y'all on the next one, and who knows where the next adventure will be. Bye for now.